Oh man, I just came back from CES 2026 in Las Vegas. And did I see some awesome tech? Hung out with my fellow creators, which is always my favorite part of that trip. But one thing I can tell you coming back from that show is robot vacuums, man. They were everywhere. And that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about eufy's new flagship robot vacuum, the Omni S2. Let's get to it. What up, everybody? George Langaby here. Like I said, just came back from CES, an absolutely amazing trip. Saw robot vacuums everywhere. And yes, today we are talking about eufy's new flagship robot vacuum, the Omni S2. I'm going to tell you all about it. I'm going to unbox it. I'm going to talk about the setup. I'm going to talk price and specs. I'm going to talk about using it with the eufy app. I'm going to give you my full review, pros and cons. I want to thank eufy for sending me this vacuum, but this is not a sponsored video and they had zero input on this video, I promise you that. So I'm going to tell you like it is, as always. Now, I'm going to address the elephant in the room. George, where the heck are you right now? Did you move again? No. But as I've said in some previous videos, Omaha has decided to develop this streetcar system. And oh my God, has it just completely demolished downtown Omaha. There is construction everywhere. And I'm telling you, if you live in Omaha, you better come down here and ride this streetcar to make it worth it, because it is driving me freaking nuts. Now, the construction has been creeping up on my apartment and creeping up on my apartment. But now, as of today, they are right outside my window and it looks like a war zone out there. So I have to give a huge shout out to the management crew here at the Brick Line. If you live in Omaha or you're looking for a place to live in Omaha, this is an awesome place to live. The management crew here is top notch and they are actually letting me film today in a model unit, which I just can't even tell you how well they take care of me, and I appreciate it so much. All right, so now that I've addressed that, let's get on to unboxing the Omni S2 robot vacuum from eufy. All right, let's unbox the eufy robot vacuum Omni S2. First up, we've got this quick start guide. Nice big card, easy to read, more documentation. We've got the clean and dirty water tank. We've got the cleaning solution for the mop. We've got the dust bag filter. We've got the fragrance solution, which is an aromatherapy fragrance, which is really cool in this vacuum. Here's the vacuum itself. You can see the roller mop. You can see the main brushes. You want to make sure you get all the plastic and foam out of both the base station and the vacuum. This is the clean water tank. That'll go on the base station for your vacuum to sit on. And here's the base station itself. Nice and thin, which I like. Very modern looking, very unique design from eufy. Power cord. Put on your clean and dirty water tanks. And there you go. All right, now that we've unboxed, let's talk about setup. You're going to take the robot vacuum in the base station and place it in your home, wherever you want it. You're going to get yourself the eufy app if you haven't already. Sign up for an account if you haven't already. And then you're going to add a device. You're going to scan the QR code, and then it's going to find that particular model, and then it's going to walk you through the setup process step by step. It couldn't be any easier. Then once the vacuum is in the app, it's going to prompt you to do a quick mapping. And that's where the vacuum is very quickly going to go through your home and create that initial map. And then when you're done with that, you can edit that map however you want. You can change the room names, things like that, but then you're good to go. So you're going to want to make sure that the vacuum has a full charge. And then you can either do your first cleaning or create a schedule or whatever you want to do, but then you're ready to go. Moving on to price and specs. The Omni S2 from eufy is $1,599.99, and I find that to be in line with most flagship models of pretty much any brand. Both the vacuum and the base station have a unique design compared to other brands. We're kind of used to that from the last model, which was the S1. But the vacuum has a clear area on top, which is pretty cool. You can kind of see some of the internal things going on. And the base station is nice and small with a small footprint, nice and narrow, can fit in a lot of different places. Got a cool touchscreen on the top. So again, just unique. We have Aero Turbo 2.0 long-lasting suction, and that's 30,000 PA of suction power, which is a lot of suction power. It has 97% suction retention. What does that mean, you may ask? That means the longer you have a robot vacuum, typically they start to drop off in suction. But this maintains that 30,000 PA by 97%, and that's one of the industry leaders. Eufy also says it has -6 times the maintenance frequency. What does that mean? It means that you shouldn't have to maintain this vacuum throughout the duration of owning it as much as you should other brands. It has chassis lifting to clean carpets that are up to 5 centimeters thick. This vacuum uses different strategies for different carpets. For example, tassels on a rug. It detects those tassels and approaches the rug from the non-tassel side. If you've ever used a robot vacuum with tassels, you know they can get caught up in the robot vacuum. So it's really cool that this can detect that and solve that issue. It detects thin rugs and bypasses them unless they are in a necessary path, and then it will go over them. If you're talking about high pile carpet with long hairs, it'll avoid those long hairs to avoid getting stuck. This vacuum also has carpet edge detection. We are used to having vacuums that detect edges like underneath counters and things like that in a kitchen, for example. This one detects the edge of a carpet or a rug, and it goes along that edge and gives it a special cleaning as it continues. It has the HydroJet 2.0 self-cleaning roller mop. Now this 2.0 is just adding to the advantages of 1.0. So we already had an always clean mop, which removes dirt and doesn't spread it. And then there's no frequent washing. And then we've got the added advantages to this 2.0. The mop will get you closer to edges, has stronger self-cleaning, and to go along with getting closer to the edges, it does that by having a dynamically extending mop that is improved from the last model. We've got upgraded disinfection capability, and Eufy says you will have a food-grade clean floor, meaning that you should be able to eat off your floor after using this vacuum. Now that mop, that roller mop, has updated dual squeegee strips. So it scrubs once, and then on the second scrub, it diverts the wastewater, which keeps the mop clean. Then the vacuum has the Clean Mind AI system, and then offers intelligence that recognizes floor spaces. So it recognizes furniture, it recognizes obstacles with 3D LiDAR, it recognizes dirt with AI dirt detection, it senses the floor type like hardwoods, carpets, etc. The vacuum can recognize over 200 different types of obstacles, and it does that with 3D stereo obstacle avoidance. It has threshold recognition, so if you have a little threshold in between rooms or things like that, the vacuum will recognize those. It has smart corner detection, so not only will the front side brushes help you with that, but also the mop will extend and get the corners really well. It has a zero tangle main brush and side brushes, which should prevent hair tangling. It has dual spiral rotating roller brushes, and with the 2 side brushes, it has a dual claw system, which prevents tangling as well. The vacuum has a light for dark areas and tight spaces. And then you can also add an aromatherapy fragrance to this vacuum, which leaves your room smelling wonderful. All right, moving on to the UniClean 12-in-1 Omni station, and that is the base station for the vacuum. The base station has auto emptying and a sealed dust bag, hot water mop washing, which is up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. The base station has dirt detection and auto washing, auto heated air drying, EcoClean Ozone, produces ozonated water, which reduces germs up to 99.9%. It has an auto-dispensing detergent. As I mentioned before, it has an LCD touch control on the base station, which is pretty cool. Eufy says with this model, you should have 20% faster charging compared to the last model. Has auto refilling and auto waste water collection. That's your dirty water. All right, that's price and specs. Now let's talk about using this vacuum with the Eufy app. All right, so here we go. Here's the Eufy app. I'm in the Eufy Clean section of the app. There's my vacuum. You can see that it's currently drying the mop because I just used it. I could start a cleaning right there, or I could return it to its home base right there. Let's click on it. There's my 3D map, so you can see my different rooms. I can do a multi-map. I can edit the map. If I go to edit the map, I can merge, I can divide, I can rename no-go zones, carpet editing, furniture, and floor material. Right there, you can see that it's giving me a warning that I need to replace the fragrance, which is that wonderful smelling stuff. Then right below that, I can do a common cleaning. I can do home, which is just vacuuming the entire home. I can do just a room, or I can just do a zone. And at the bottom, I could add a different cleaning task. Let's go to the main settings on the top right. There you go. You can see my battery percentage. You can see the vacuum is doing its thing with the mop. I could go home. I could wash the mop. I could dry the mop, empty the dust. It tells you what it's doing right there. You can see that it's drying currently. If I go to the base stations, I can do the auto mop washing frequency, auto drying, drying mode, a pet mode if you have pets, I do not, auto empty, the frequency of the auto empty, emptying modes, auto add detergent, and an eco clean ozone, which I talked about in the specs. That's the base station settings. You can go to your cleaning history. It'll show you the entire history of using the vacuum. I received this vacuum about December 2nd of 2025, so you can see all the different times I've used it. 38 times to be exact. You can create a schedule. I've got mine running at 9:15 a.m. every day. I can manage the map. So I could delete this map. I could create a new map if I wanted to, or if you had multiple levels at your home, you'd have both of them here. Cleaning preference, you can use the Boost IQ. You've got your carpet cleaning mode, height detection sensitivity, and auto return cleaning. Eufy Lab, that's kind of like their beta version. Right now they've got the dirty spot cleaning section. You can turn that on or off. More settings, you've got your AIC settings. If you go into that, it tells you what that is. So basically that's the obstacle avoidance. You can turn that on or off. You've got smart no-go zones, intelligently detects trouble spots where the robot may get stuck and recommends setting them as no-go zones. You've got a do not disturb mode. You've got a child lock. You've got the dust box light. You can turn that on or off. You've got your area unit settings. You can do feet or meters. Manual controls. You can remote control the vacuum from right here. Got your firmware update, 3D resource update, accessory services. If you go in there, it'll tell you when you need to replace your accessories. You can see that all of mine are low. Help and contact us. You have voice settings. That's the volume of the voice that speaks to you through the robot. Activity log upload. You've got the user experience optimization, and you've got Find My Robot if you've lost it, and then you can remove the device. So there you go. That's the basics of using the Omni S2 with the Eufy app. All right, now let's talk my review, pros and cons. What do I think of the Eufy Omni S2? Let's start with the pros. I thought this vacuum handled my high pile carpets better than other models I've tried. I've only lived at this apartment since August, but I've already been through maybe 6 models of robot vacuums. So this did the best on my high pile carpets. I like the aesthetics of this vacuum. I think it has a cool design. I like the top of it. And I definitely like the design of that base station just because it's so narrow and you can pretty much put it anywhere. The base station and the 12-in-1 functions all worked flawlessly. So that's a pro. I thought the vacuum did a good job detangling hair. Yeah, I don't have any hair on my head, but my daughter does, and she's over all the time. My wife does. She lives there. So there's hair all over the place. And so then even during testing where I put clumps in there on purpose, it did a good job. I thought this vacuum did a great job with my floor mats. I've got these black floor mats in my kitchen and my bathroom, and I'm talking about not eating them up because I've had other brands just suck them up and get them all crumpled up and all that, especially the Eufy E28, which I did a review on. You'll know that that was one of my cons in that video. But even other brands, it's been an issue, but this one went over them just fine. Minus a few incidents, which I'm going to talk about in my cons, I thought this vacuum did a good job really getting the floor clean. Now, as a complete germaphobe, I don't know if it's ever going to be food grade in my eyes, but I will tell you, my floors are pretty damn clean. The Eufy app, as I just showed you, is nice and simple, but full of options. So I think it's good for pretty much anybody out there. Now, I used this vacuum for a while on my first level and also on my second level. And when it was on the second level, it did a good job not going off the deep end, because if it did, it would drop and shatter into pieces. It also did a good job of navigating the edge of my stairs. It didn't go over the edge. So that was a pro. I really like the aromatherapy fragrance that this vacuum uses. You know, other brands will use their cleaning solution and it might smell good for a minute or two, but this fragrance really kind of sticks with it and it smells really good. As far as obstacle avoidance, I did some tests where I put some cables on the floor. It avoided those cables very well, didn't get them tangled. It did a really good job recognizing furniture and getting into tight spaces like under cabinets and under my bed and things like that. Did a good job there. To go along with that, it did really good with my kitchen stools. Sometimes robot vacuums will go over the base of the stools and go crazy and go rogue. This one didn't, kept itself nice, cool, calm, and collected, and got under the chairs pretty well. I really like the suction power on this vacuum, the 30,000 PA. I did a lot of different tests. The ones I showed you were some peanuts on my carpet, and then also some sprinkles, which are little tiny sprinkles that get everywhere. It did a pretty good job controlling those, but definitely sucked them up. And I also did various other tests since I got it in December, and it did very well. All right, now let's move on to the cons. As far as mopping, I did several different tests with several different substances. Now, for the most part, it did a really good job mopping them up, but a couple times it would mop up the substance. I would think I was good, and then all of a sudden, later on in the process, completely far away from where the substance was, it would regurgitate that substance onto the floor, and then it would have to pick it up again. So it was almost like it was holding it in there and then just decided to randomly spit it out for some reason. Now, I don't have pets, but I did test this vacuum with some fake dog poop, quite often, I might add. And for the most part, it got around them fine as far as obstacle avoidance, but sometimes it would just take that dog poop right in and just get stuck in there. Now, of course, this isn't real dog poop, so it doesn't have the same consistency. So it just got stuck in there and I had to really pull it out. But if it was poop, chances are it would have spread it all over the place. I find that the vacuum did really well with corners as far as corner detection, but the little extend of the mop that comes out, it didn't come out that far, and I would have liked to seen it come out further. And there were some times, like in my kitchen, for example, when it ran around my stove or my dishwasher, it just wouldn't go all the way up to the edge, but then it would go right underneath the edge as far as under my cabinets and stuff. So at one hand, it would do a really good job, and then on the other hand, it would just randomly avoid an edge for no apparent reason. Now, the vacuum did fine with some of the thresholds I had, like my high pile carpet, when it would have to get up there. It does raise its chassis a little bit to do that. But if I did any sort of custom threshold, like I put some boxes on the floor, it really scared the vacuum, and it took it a long time to sit there and think and figure out whether it could go over or not. You'll see in this one test, Teresa was standing there holding the boxes, and it couldn't figure out whether or not it wanted to go between her 2 feet or not. But yeah, so it just got scared. Now, eventually it would go over it, but again, kind of big and clunky when it did. Now, I mentioned my black mats in my kitchen and bathroom. I said it was a pro that it didn't suck them up and crumple them up and try to rip them apart. And that's true. However, a con is, you look here, it really didn't vacuum anything up on those black mats. All the spots and things that you can see that were on those mats are still there after even 2 passes. All right, now, with all those pros and cons said, I want to say this in defense of eufy. I've had this vacuum since December 2nd, 2025, like I said. It did not come out till the beginning of January. So that's a lot of time with a pre-production unit. I think a lot of my quirks were pre-production related, and I will tell you this in their defense. They were firing out firmware updates to fix issues that we were having. Not just me, but other creators as well. I talked to a lot of my fellow creators when I was in Vegas for CES, and they were also testing this vacuum. Same thing. eufy's just fixing it left and right. And that's normal for any pre-production model. I don't care if it's eufy, a robot vacuum, any brand, any device, it's going to happen. But I have full faith that pretty much every con that I have, they can fix with firmware, and I have no doubt that they will be doing that in the next couple weeks. There was a firmware update just this morning where it was fixing something, the edge issues that I was talking about. Now, so far in the process of this video, I didn't get to test it today, but I have a feeling that probably got better. Now, I can't speak to that exactly because I didn't try it, but it's just great that they're always fixing it. But I'd love to know your thoughts. Have you used any of eufy's other vacuums? I did a review on their E28, which also had a steam vac built in. That was very cool. I love that they're always innovating. One of their vacuums has a built-in stick vacuum. Just a lot of innovation there, and different levels of budget, from very budget-friendly to flagships like this one, and I love that. But I'd love to know your thoughts. Please let me know in the comments. As usual, I very much appreciate you being here. Your support means the world to me. Keep liking, keep subscribing, and keep coming back. I can't wait to see you on the next one. And until then, peace and love, my friends.